PSN Physics, PSN Physics, PSN Physics. Please share and subscribe and please share and subscribe. Greetings for the students. In this video, I would like to discuss about applications of horizontal projectile. In that, two towers having heights h1 and h2 are separated by distance d. A person throws a ball horizontally with a velocity u from the top of first tower to the top of second tower. Then the time taken and the distance between the two towers. First of all, to illustrate this application, first we have to draw the diagram. Two towers have height. First tower height is h1 and second tower height is h2. From first tower, here a person is throwing a ball, like this ball is reaching to the other tower. Now if you want to calculate, we have to differentiate the difference in the heights. H1 is here, h1 is greater than h2, h1 is greater than h2. Now the difference in height here it is h1 minus h2, h1 minus h2. This h1 minus h2, from that height ball is falling. That's why we know formula in the horizontal projectile motion. We know formula: time taken to reach the ground or time taken to reach the second tower is T is equal to root 2h by g. Root 2h by g, everyone knows that. From this relation, if you can write T is equal to root over 2 into h1 minus h2 upon g. This is the time taken by the body to reach the second tower. Now one more thing I ask here: distance between two towers. Here what speed we are throwing? U speed we are throwing. Now distance between the two towers, nothing but here immediately students we have to recall here distance between the two towers, nothing but range of the projectile. Here distance d is equal to range, therefore distance d is equal to velocity into time, therefore distance d is equal to root over or u into root over 2 into h1 minus h2 upon g. This is the distance between the two towers. Two things we asked here. One thing is time taken to reach the second tower, and another one is distance between the two towers. Distance between two towers, nothing but a range of project. In this numerical, a ball rolls off the top of a staircase with a horizontal velocity u. If each step of height h and a width b, then the ball just hit the nth step, then n is equal to. Suppose here I am drawing diagram. First of all, dear students, steps like this I am drawing. Each step here they give each step height h, breadth b. Each step height h, breadth b. From here a ball is rolling. From here a ball is rolling with a velocity u. Here to bring the numerical, physics students, very important, what the things given in the numerical, which things we have to remove or omit. Here we know in the question itself, we know u velocity they given, height of the each step h, width of the each step b, we know these three quantities we know. Now n in terms of these quantities we have to bring. Here like this n steps are there. Each step how much range will be there? Each step how much range is there? We know already r is equal to ut. Range formula. But here each step how much range means how much range? Range is b. Width is the range here. Width is the range. Hit. They are asking. It is going somewhere. It will hit here. It will hit here. That they are asking. Therefore, range is equal to n into b is equal to ut. This is the n steps range. Each step width is b. N step nb is equal to ut. Same way, height of the n steps h is equal to half gt square. Actually, height h is equal to half gt square. We know formula. In the case of horizontal projectile, h is equal to half gt square. We know. But this height is how many steps? N steps height you have to reach. That is nh is equal to half gt square. Students, immediately here, many students are here, sir, I know formulas, I know every concept, but I am not able to get the answer, how to apply, how to get the answer. Here, immediately students, we know u, we know h, we know width b, we don't know time. That's why in these two expressions, substitute anywhere time unknown value here. Here from this equation 1, this is equation 2. From equation 1, what we know? From equation 1, what we know? Time t is equal to nb by u. This is equation 3. Substitute equation 3 in equation 2. Now what will come? nh is equal to half g into nb by u the whole square. nb by u the whole square. Now here nh is equal to half g into n square b square upon u square. Here one n cancel both sides. Here one n cancel. We need n value. N only required. h u square 2h u square is equal to gnb square. Therefore, we required n is equal to 2h u square by gb square. This is the answer. Which step it will hit? We are projecting here with u velocity. We know height of the each step and width of the each step. Which step it will? If we fourth step, from fourth step we are dropping. First step, which step? Fourth step. Or we are dropping from n steps where it will hit the step when we are dropping from here. When we are not dropping horizontally, we are projecting with velocity u. N is equal to 2h u square by gb square. This is the thing, very important. Whenever we are doing numerical, we have to omit the unknown. In this application, two bodies are thrown horizontally with velocities u1, u2 in mutually opposite directions from same height. Time after which velocity vectors perpendicular is. Here, first tower is here. First tower is here. Second tower is here. From first tower, an object we are throwing with a velocity u1. From second tower, another object it is throwing velocity u2. Like this, they are coming. Our question is time after which velocity vectors perpendicular is. Time after which? First tower and second tower. First tower if you take positive, second tower is negative. Now after time interval, velocity vectors v1 is equal to v is equal to u plus at. Already we know by using u is v1 is equal to u1i plus gtj. u1i minus gtj. And v2 is equal to minus u2i minus gtj. These are the velocity vectors. Velocity vector. We have to simplify time interval. For that, two velocity vectors mutually means two velocity vectors are mutually perpendicular mutually perpendicular means its dot product must be 0. Dot product must be 0. Dot product must be 0. Therefore, v1 vector dot v2 vector is equal to 0. If you substitute those values here, u1i minus gtj dot minus u2i minus gtj must be 0. Students, many students here this equation not able to write. Velocity vector horizontal, acceleration vector vertical. That's why gtj I wrote. Here this is a positive I taken, u2 negative I taken. That's why minus u2i. I dot I. Dot product I dot I 1, u1 u2. u1 u2 minus. Okay, now minus. Next here gtj dot minus into minus plus gtj dot j dot j 1. Therefore here g square t square is equal to 0. We simplify here u1 plus u2 minus, that is equal to minus g square t square. Therefore we need to find time alone. Therefore time t is equal to minus cancel, time t is equal to r t square is equal to u1 u2 by g square. Therefore t is equal to root u1 u2 by g. Very important application, students. This one is, once again, two bodies are thrown horizontally with velocity u1 and u2 in mutually opposite direction from same. These are the towers 1, tower 2, same height. They both are. One is throwing like this, one is throwing like this. When we are throwing like this, I am taking u1 is taken as positive, u2 is a negative. When I am writing two velocity vectors, they are mutually perpendicular means two perpendicular vector dot product is 0. Why? Because they are confined in this particular direction. Therefore, two velocity vectors mutually perpendicular dot product is 0. I taken first vector and second vector, those dot product 0 I taken and I simplified. I got time t is equal to root over u1 u2 by g. u1 u2 by g. Continuation previous one. Same two towers, h height, same height. We are projecting u1 speed and u2 speed. Time after which displacement vectors perpendicular is. Time after which displacement vectors perpendicular is. Here also, when two displacement vectors dot product must be 0. When this is taking place means they are mutually perpendicular. Displacement vectors mutually perpendicular. Therefore, S1 dot S2 is equal to 0. Here we know formula S is equal to ut plus half at square, or here gt square. S1 is equal to u1t minus half gt square j. This is u1t I minus half gt square j. S2 is equal to u2t I minus half gt square j. Here again, first vector we are taking positive x-axis and second vector negative x-axis. From that we can write. Now dot product, if you write S1 dot S2 is equal to 0, if you write here, what will come? u1ti minus half gt square j dot minus u2ti minus half gt square j is coming. That is equal to 0. Dot product must be 0. Therefore, here I dot I 1 plus into minus minus u1 u2 into t square. Here second one j dot j again 1 minus into minus plus 1 by 4 g square t power 4 is equal to 0. Now if you simplify, u1 u2 t square is equal to minus 1 by 4 g square t power 4. Minus minus also cancel. Now here u1 u2 t square, here one more thing I'll cancel here. Here minus minus cancel, t square also cancel. Now u1 u2 is equal to 1 by 4 g square t square. Therefore we require t is equal to root 2 root u1 u2 by g. This is the expression for time for displacement vectors are mutually. Why? Because your 2 square is there, this becomes 2, therefore 2 root u1 u2 by g. This is the time taken. A two displacement vector mutually perpendicular. Clear thing, student, where they'll confuse me here only. How's r root u1 t I minus half gt square j minus u2 t I minus half gt square j. Here first vector here u1 you taken as positive x-axis, that's why here u1 is positive. Second tower, second same height, even though same height, that is opposite direction, negative x-axis, that's why here minus ut. Acceleration, anyway acceleration we are projecting, that's why acceleration is opposite, that's why here minus will come, minus half gt square will come. Continuation. Separation between velocity vectors perpendicular is, separation means distance they are asking. Distance separation x is equal to u relative into t. U relative. How they are projecting? One is in this way positive x direction, another is negative x direction. Suppose where they are here, this separation they are asking. Here u1 speed, here u2 speed. Those here u1 and u2 are opposite direction. U relative is equal to u1 plus u2, opposite direction. Here comparison of velocities are relative velocity. VAB is equal to VA minus VB. Like that u relative is equal to u1 minus u2. But u2 is already minus is there, minus or minus plus, that gives u1 plus u2. Similarly here already time expression, previously first expression I wrote time, time t is equal to root over u1 u2 by g. Therefore now separation is equal to, separation x is equal to u relative is u1 plus u2 into time is time t, that is x is equal to u1 plus u2 into root over u1 u2 upon g. This is the expression for separation. If velocity vectors are perpendicular to each other, what is the separation between them expression they are asking? That expression is x is equal to u1 plus u2 into root over u1 u2 by g. This is the expression for when velocity vectors are perpendicular, their separation, two bodies separation, where they are this separation, wherever it may, after time interval, wherever it may, those velocity, this is here, this separation they are asking, that separation. Continuation. Separation between them when displacement vectors are perpendicular. Here also we have tried displacement vectors are perpendicular. X is equal to u relative into t. Displacement vector perpendicular, time we know, time t is equal to 2 root u1 u2 by g. This value u relative is u1 plus u2. Here also u relative is equal to u1 minus u2. u2 anyway negative x direction, minus of minus plus, therefore u relative is equal to u1 plus u2. Therefore x is equal to u1 plus u2 into 2 root u1 u2 by g. This is the expression for separation. Suppose those bodies are here and here, this separation they are asking, this separation is how much, or here they may ask separation, here may anywhere, any place after time interval t, their separation they are asking. These are the numericals based on horizontal projectile applications. Please share, subscribe my channel, and try to be inside only, don't come outside this pandemic situation. Dear students, you have to educate neighbors, you have to educate everyone. Try to be inside and try to explain what the things, bad things coming, what new useful things are there. People are becoming nervous. They have to be positive. Then only that positive won't come. If we are positive means corona positive won't come, negative will come. Be positive, nothing will happen. Minimum precautions we are following means corona cannot do anything as